Hey guys, THUNDERSTUD here, and today we are surviving in a Blue Eyes meta. Blue Eyes is everywhere since this structure deck and stuff came out. All we really did is get an alternative dragon, but it's made everyone dust off their Blue Eyes deck. That means we have a rare opportunity to really just dominate with Buster Blader, and I love Buster Blader. I've been making Buster Blader videos for as long as I've had a channel. I've taken it to KC Cups, I've taken it into community tournaments, all sorts of things with Buster Blader, and now I'm trying a whole new way to play Buster Blader I never really thought I'd get away with, and that's fewer DNA surgery. We're still running one DNA surgery, but we would just search it with Destiny Draw. See, there's tons of Blue Eyes. I fought Blue Eyes all night last night. The only time I stopped fighting Blue Eyes was when I brought this deck out, and then I was fighting nonsense. I had to search for all the Blue Eyes battles, but they were everywhere, guys. They're going to be insanely popular. It means there's going to be dragons everywhere. We won't need DNA surgery quite as consistently. We also still have Lightsworn engines with synchros that synergizes with Necro Fusion. You do some Lightsworn moves, you get some XCs off. Then you have backup cards you've milled to make a destroyer and one-shot your Blue Eyes opponent. So really punishes those Blue Eyes. I'm really tempted to also put in a copy of Jinzo, because that would just shut them down completely. Then they couldn't Karma Cut or anything. So some Jinzo would be pretty wild at the same time. There's still plenty of combos to try out versus all these Blue Eyes, guys. It's crazy. You can really get away with much fewer DNA surgery. So, you know, not as good versus other decks. It can still win versus other decks. Most of the wins you're going to see are versus other decks. Because I don't know what it was. Konami knows when you put a Buster Blader, they don't let you fight Blue Eyes anymore. But we still snuck some in. So, I hope you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching. Alright, here we are facing none other than the Blue Eyes. Going first. Generally want to go first so you can set up your graveyard or your field before they get all those Karma Cuts and stuff in their back row. Here we're going Light Brigade. We do have a Lightsworn in the grave, so we'll be able to discard the Raiden and summon the same Raiden. We use our Seal to search a Buster Blader. Lumina discards the Raiden, summons the Raiden. Synchro into Fortune Lady Every. We also have a Destruction Swordsman Fusion set with a Buster Blader in hand. So as soon as he shows a dragon, it's going to be our dragon. Here he's going to Divine Wrath our poor Fortune Lady Every. He threw away a Spirit of White. We set another Necro Fusion, so we really have a bunch of destroyers already. Here he's finally got our Cards of Consonance, throwing away his Stone of Ancients. Adds Spirit of White to his hand. He's going to Regeki break our Destruction Fusion. That's okay. Now he's going to bring out a Blue Eyes. Once again, brings out a second Blue Eyes. So all we really gotta do is get, or fortunately he comes back in the end phase, but all we really gotta do is get a Destroyer on the field. And we can do that with any card. So pretend this was DNA surgery and not even this Buster Whelp. We still have a Destruction Sword in the grave that can discard a card to bring him out. We get our Destruction Sword, use a Fusion, steal Blue Eyes, attack that face down, and it's going to be massive damage. Here it's even easier for us because we got a Whelp. So the Whelp's going to be able to search the Fusion. We're going to save resources, use a Buster Blader and a Blue Eyes. Now we can use that Whelp to bring out another Buster Blader. He'll be over 4,000, 4,600, but he's 6,800 into a poor little glow-up bold. Destroyer destroys them. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Blue Eyes going first. He's using a pretty stylish sleeve and mat combo over there, I gotta give it to him. So here, we set a Necro Fusion. We're gonna use our Lumina to mill. We did not mill a Buster Blader, so we have our emblem. We'll be able to use that to get a Buster Blader. We're gonna do exactly that. What do we have in here? Do we have a way to discard? No. So Lumina's going to discard the Buster Blader, bring out the Raiden. Now we have a Buster Blader in the graveyard. That's going to be Necro Fusion here. Regeki breaks our poor Raiden. We get to normal summon another Lumina. Bring out the other Raiden. All we had to do was throw away another card. Now we're going to Synchro into Michael. Banish a back row as a Karma Cut. Now he has to use it on our poor little Michael. Just conquering all these spell and trap cards. Blue Eyes play in their back row. Mill a little more. 6 cards left. Live Necro Fusion. Just need a target for him. Now we can normal summon another Raiden. Do another Xyz summon. This time Fortune Lady another Synchro summon. Fortune Lady Every instead of Michael. 200 life points left for that boy. Still not a monster. Too much back row from these Blue Eyes players. We get a DNA Surgery, not super useful. Here uses another Karma Cut. Throws away Stone Legend, that's going to give him a Blue Eyes. Banishes yet another one of our Synchros with a Karma Cut. Normal summons Sage with Eyes of Blue. Gives him a tuner. Oh, no. And we know that other monster is a Blue Eyes, so he just passes. Now this is a really good top deck, because we can normal summon our Raiden. He goes to Regeki Break It, because he has infinite back row, so we got through a bunch of back row. But now, we hit him with the Necro Fusion, guys. If we had to do a traditional way, we would have a Destroyer sitting on the field. He would have caught that Regeki Break. Necro Fusion, we can't attack this turn, but we have it safely on the field. He top decks into nothing and has to scoop. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Sarah going second. She's looking for a rank up. Not gonna happen. I think it's just a brick and Blue Eyes. But it shows you how we can rush the field, even without just DNA Surgery, Destruction Swordsman, cheesy. We're gonna start with Illumina. It is the second turn, so we can swing. Bring Fortune Lady out every out. Hit him for 2800. Sets a back row, sets a monster. No idea what this guy is yet. He's going to Fiendish Chain our poor Fortune Lady every. No big deal. She doesn't banish face down anyway. Normal summon. Buster Whelp. Search our fusion. We have the fusion live. We use the mats in our hand. Keep that Whelp on the field, because he's going to turn into a Buster Blader. So look at how we've rushed the field with 3 different boss monsters. Pretty good. Hit the boy for lethal with the Pierce. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Taya Gardner. So this deck can still get wins without Blue Eyes. It's definitely tailored to face a Blue Eyes deck. Just needs something to get around all those Karma Cuts and stuff. A good anti-trap. Like, if we could just summon a Jinzo nice and easy. There's gotta be a way. But anyway, our opponent is Lightsworn. We're Lightsworn. We mill a few cards. We have some Destruction Fusions. Here he mills more cards, swings over our Raiden. Brings out an Archer, has a set monster. We get a DNA Surgery. Swing with another Raiden. He's going to use his Recode to destroy a Fusion. That's no big deal. We mill a little more, just a Necro Fusion and an Emblem, so not super useful. Now we're going to flip up our DNA Surgery. Now we use our Swordsman Fusion. We leave his monsters because they're giving us attack points. We're at 5.8k. Now we get a Whelp. I wish that was a spell card because we would have won the duel if it was a spell card, but I bring out another Buster Blader into a wall of D, so we miss lethal by 800 points. That's literally, that monster made me miss lethal. So not a huge deal. This guy's just running a weird amount of back row for a Lightsworn deck, so he's gonna hit us with another Battle Trap and a Draining Shield. But we're still in control of this duel, don't be fooled. We get another Whelp. Now he's at a Karma Cut. We're going to stop that with a fusion of our own. We'll use his Karma Cut target and obviously our Buster Blader. Bring him out. Now we have super control of the field, and a Whelp means another Buster Blader to attack directly. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Yubel. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen it swarming with Blue Eyes everywhere. I don't know, it had to have been the time of day I was playing. I was seeing no Blue Eyes. It's kind of ridiculous. Here our opponent sets just one card. We have Necro Fusions and a bunch of Lightsworn, so that's really a great indirect way to play Buster Blader. So we're going to use our Lumina, bring out a Raiden, set our Necros, are our Necros live in the graveyard? You bet they are. We have a dragon and a Buster Blader right there. We go into a Michael, banish this battle trap, mill a little more. He sets 2. We're going to Necro Fusion in his end phase because he can't attack the turn you Necro Fusion. So you want to do it in your opponent's turn, that way I'm able to attack next turn. Michael can just banish a back row, then we can swing into the monster. Here it's called Life Barrier, so we'll have to wait a turn. Mill a little more. There's another Buster Blader for another live Necro Fusion. He sets another monster. Like I said, we get a Destiny draw now thanks to using 2 instances of Michael. We search another Buster Blader. We'd be able to Michael that back row. Then we could bring out another Destroyer. We could even use... what I was really going to do with that Buster Blader was get rid of the Michael, because the Michael is milling too many cards. I don't know if you noticed, but we almost decked out. We would have decked out next turn if we didn't win this turn, so I was going to turn the Michael into another Destroyer, and then we'd have a Necro Fusion for a 3rd Destroyer in that turn that quickly, guys. All thanks to just using the graveyard as your resource. So I think that's really a leg up with new Buster Blader, are these Necro Fusions and Lightsworn combos. So if they could just get, if I could get a consistent way to bring a Jinzo out, or just something to stop traps, stop the Regeki breaks and the Karma cuts, it would just walk through this meta. But tons of blue eyes, so you could have real fun just one-shotting them with a Destroyer, well placed with the Necro Fusion. Works out really, really great, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.